Welcome to my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. In today's video I'm going to show you these deployant clasps. First of all, let's do a wristwatch check. I'm wearing this beautiful Casio G-Shock. This is a solar powered digital watch and I really love it. So what do these four watches right in front of you have in common? Alright, that was pretty lame, but let's proceed anyway. So what these watches have in common is I applied this deployant or butterfly clasp from a website called Watchgecko, and these are very beautiful stainless steel deployant clasps with these pushers here on the side. And I use this butterfly clasp to really protect the leather straps of my watches. I watched a video from Long Island Watches from Mark explaining why you should upgrade to deployant clasps to protect your leather watch strap. I was really convinced by that video, and that's why I went online to look for a butterfly clasp, and I went to the website of Watchgecko and I purchased this beautiful mechanism, and it's very easy to find a proper fit with any watch strap. And the main reason for buying it is to increase the longevity of the or watch strap, or the life of the watch strap. I think when using this butterfly clasp, really my watch straps will last longer. And the main reason is because there will be less pressure on the watch strap. Less wear and tear. I will try to show you the reason. I have this beautiful Maurice Lacroix watch, and I need to replace the battery, as you can see. And so what happens usually, I have it here on this beautiful Hirsch leather strap. So what happens usually is that when I wear the watch, and you can already see it here if we look closely on this particular part, there will be a lot of pressure when I'm sizing this watch strap, and and this is actually quite a new bracelet. This is quite a new leather bracelet and quite an expensive bracelet also. But when I size it with this buckle, so here would be my wrist, and when I size it, then what will happen is when I throw back this strap into those two keepers, there will be a lot of pressure. Let's try to demonstrate it. So when I bend it like that, there will be a lot of pressure here on this point. And the video of Mark by Long Island, and the video from Mark from Long Island Watches is much better than my explanation, so you should definitely check that out. But I do want to try to show it to you. So when I size the bracelet, just like this, and when I pull it, you can see there's a lot of pressure on this particular part of the bracelet, and then throwing it through these keepers, just lots of pressure and force on that part. And also when you remove it, you can see this metal buckle is pressing into the leather when I remove the bracelet. So you could see this part that get really beaten up just by the traditional design of this bracelet. And how you can solve that issue is by throwing on a butterfly clasp. Because if I want to undo the watch strap, I simply press these two keepers, these buttons, and it will come undone. When I want to size the bracelet, I simply open this lid, just like that, as you can see here, and I can find the proper fit that I like, for example in this hole, and then I close these two parts and you can hear that click, easy like that. So when I throw it on the wrist, I would close one side with a solid snap, as you heard, and then I will move this one just like that, and I would throw it through the first keeper, just like that. And then I would continue and snap that second button, just like that, and throw it through that other keeper. So that's how it will. That's how I would wear it on the wrist. And then when I finish wearing my watch and want to put it back in my watch box, I would press these buttons. You could see the butterfly opens up, and I would pull it through these keepers and put it back in my watch box. And I have been wearing this leather straps with these butterfly clasps in the past few weeks and months, because the summer is about really it came to an end. So I'm wearing more and more of these leather straps, and I don't really see any severe wear and tear. So yeah, it's a bit too soon to tell really, but I think wearing the watch like this, on this Watchgecko butterfly clasp, or just any other high quality product, will definitely increase the lifespan of your leather strap. See how that works, just very easy. So that's the Seagull. We have the Orient here. And finally we have the SEIKO and we have the Hamilton. So a second reason for going for this look is I think that butterfly clasp looks really classy with this buckle, just like that. Yeah, these pushers. Also, this part will be on your skin. So I also think your leather strap will not absorb as much sweat from your skin compared to wearing it without a butterfly clasp. So that's another reason, I guess, that will increase your leather strap lifespan. So yeah, I think it's a great upgrade. The only one downside I can possibly think of is these clasps are quite expensive, and secondly, you will not be able to use the original keepers. So for example, this is a keeper from the Hirsch bracelet, so you have to remove that one. Let's have a look. Maybe it belongs to this one, I'm not sure. So on this side, normally you would have your signature clasp from your watch company or from your leather strap in this case, and you need to remove this part quite easily with any spring bar removal tool. You go use this side and you see that little hole, you punch it in and you remove that spring bar. And then with the butterfly clasp, you carefully try to fit this leather strap within that butterfly clasp keeper and use the spring bar that it comes with. So yeah, that's one downside, is you cannot show off those beautiful logos from your watches, such as this Hirsch, yeah, another Hirsch, and beautiful Hamilton, and finally Orient Star. So yeah, that's only one downside I can possibly think of. So one more thing to note is I try to look for the look of the watch. So here we can see a metal case, and I also want to fit the butterfly clasp to the color of the case. So silver, that's what I opt for. Secondly, what you need to pay attention to is when buying your butterfly strap, is you need to look for the dimensions of this part. So for example, many bracelets, they will taper, so the size of this would be larger than the size of the buckle. So generally I would say that you should definitely measure this part of the bracelet when you want to buy a butterfly clasp. So for example, this could be, I don't know, yeah, for example, this is a 20 millimeter width watch strap, and I believe it tapers to about 18 millimeter at the clasp. So then you need to find a butterfly clasp with 18 millimeter width, otherwise it won't fit. So please, before you buy a butterfly clasp, measure up what size you need for this part. All right. So I want to round off by showing you again this Maurice Lacroix watch, because this watch has a gold-plated case. I want to throw this watch on a butterfly clasp because the bracelet gets quite significantly damaged by all the wear and tear. I didn't find the butterfly clasp on Watchgecko in a gold tone, unfortunately. Otherwise I would have bought it there. So I went on the internet and I found this piece from China. So there we go. Let's take off this plastic. Wow. I can feel already that's a bit of a difference in terms of quality, really. It reads stainless steel. I like the color. It feels very flimsy, so I should be quite careful. And I think the color combination is spot on. Quite happy about that. Let's see how we operate this one. Alright, so that's the pushers. Not very solid, to be honest, but I think I paid only a few euros for this device. So this is how it will work. That side will come like that. So you can see that it's not really sturdy anyway. Very, very flimsy. But I'm willing to give it a So let's throw it on this bracelet. So we start by removing the original clasp from this beautiful bracelet. So that's the Hirsch. And also in terms of quality, there's no spring bar that it comes with, so it's kind of annoying, really. So what we will need to do is connect these two parts. I found another spring bar in my spring bar collection, another thing that I collect, and what we do is we squeeze in this part. Just with my nail I try to push it in. We might just need a spring bar. That was a bit of a hassle, but it is in. Just make sure to check if the spring bar on both sides is really connected properly. So there we go. Let's push this down. That was a solid click, so that's good. Now let's open this part. So you have to apply some force really to open it. Oof. Alright, I tried to open this part, and as you can probably tell, this thing is hard as nails, and it's really tough to open this part. Unlike the Watchgecko butterfly deployant clasp, which was really easy to open, very smooth. I'll give it another shot. Okay guys, I managed to open this part. I'm sorry to say the only way to really open it is using a thing like this, because this thing was just very, very incredible hard to open. Really unbelievable. So as you can see here, now okay, I hope it's still working. Yeah, alright. So what can I say? First time opening, you might need something like this and apply heavy force, and now it seems like it's already working a bit. Alright, there we go. So we managed to break it in. So what we do next is we throw the bracelet through this keeper. Make sure that it's open. We go to the proper hole, and we, did you hear that click? We close it in the proper hole. Then let's try to do it like that. I always need to figure which goes first. So that one. So we throw it through the keeper, just like that. Then we close the clasp, and then the second. So yeah, that was really the look that I wanted. If you notice, the gold-plated case really matches with that butterfly clasp. Quality is really horrible, but I'm still happy that I bought it. If you want quality, then go for these butterfly clasps from a reputable seller, just like Watchgecko. I can highly recommend. Great after sales, great products. But of course, yeah, they don't come cheap, as you might expect with high quality products. This butterfly clasp I bought this one from AliExpress, and it is working. It was a bit difficult first. It does not come with a spring bar, and this little device to find a fit was just really hard to find a proper fit. Now let's throw it on the wrist. I'm just very curious how this will look like on the wrist. So first we go through that keeper, just like that. Then we close it by pressing it, click, another keeper. So that's it. Wow. Yeah, and I do need to replace that battery pretty soon. There we go. And you can see this buckle. It matches with the case. So really happy that I bought it. And I hope this video is helpful to you. And if you liked it, then please like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.